This is the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey, here to break down the news and rumors around America's team. And we begin with a bit of a surprise news reveal that came to us from Jerry Jones himself. Jerry revealed on the radio this morning that Terence Steele is going to start week 2 at right tackle. Now, of course, that's borrowing like a disaster in some capacity involving Steele, but he has apparently, quote-unquote, won the job over Ty Nsekhe. Now, the Cowboys, regardless, are going to have to help Terence Steele against Joey Bosa. That was going to be the case even if La'el Collins was out there. That matchup, Steele versus Bosa, is a major concern for me, and I know so many of you out there. But there's been plenty of debate and argument as to just who should start at right tackle. If you subscribe to the 5 best offensive linemen, unquestionably, in whatever order you want to rank them, with no Collins, that's Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Tyler Biadasz, Connor McGovern at right guard, and Terence Steele at right tackle. Or not right tackle, Zack Martin at right tackle. Not Terence Steele out there. That is a concern for Dallas. Now, in general, NFL teams don't like rotating and making 2 moves to fix one. That would be having a new right guard and a new right tackle, even if you're making a position change there. This Cowboys coaching staff, whether they are right or wrong, and I guess we'll find out in a couple of days, they are a lot higher on Terence Steele than many of you and myself as well. The Cowboys had brought in Ty Nsekhe. They'd hyped him as the swing tackle for the Cowboys. I guess the coaching staff is not sold right now on Terence Steele. His numbers last year were not very good. He was a UDFA out of Texas Tech, got a week 1 start, was brutal early on. Now, Steele was better late last season. He got better. He outplayed Brandon Knight, for example. But I don't think this is by any means the ideal scenario. I don't think any of us want Terence Steele out there. Hopefully, I know myself and many of you end up being wrong on that front. I have concerns at that point. You're going to have to help him, which, make no mistake, chip tight ends, Zeke pass protection, all those things. Find ways to mitigate Joey Bosa, who is a premier pass rusher in the NFL. I've seen Brian Broaddus kind of body bag Ty Nsekhe on Twitter. That raises concerns about why he's even on the roster. But this is a problem, not a necessarily end-of-season deal-breaker problem, but it is an issue. Now, I will make note, having Dak Prescott back there behind a backup right tackle versus Andy Dalton, it's going to look a lot better. The game planning will be shorter, quick passes again. Dak is a better quarterback at handling pressure. You know, we saw it so much against the Bucs. Dude stood strong. That will make things easier. But Steele is going to be a weak point of attack for the LA Chargers. I am surprised that Ty Nsekhe isn't the guy. They brought him in. He's old. He's an old player. I get that. They brought him in and did not let him be the swing tackle anymore. And I guess the Cowboys coaching staff not sold on Ty Nsekhe. They don't want to move Zack Martin. So in the end, they're going with Terence Steele at the right tackle position. So be honest with me here, folks, in the comment section. Do you want Terence Steele starting at right tackle? Y for yes or N for no? This is the pinned comment on today's video. So you get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down, and get your votes in. Let's talk rumors now. More interesting buzz around the Cowboys. Even after a loss, are the Cowboys going to win the NFC East? 3 stars on this one. I know it kind of borders on the moral victory stuff, and now we're in shamble mode because Michael Gallup and La'el Collins and probably Randy Gregory are all going to miss week 2 against the Chargers. But I can't recall the last time after a loss, make no mistake, it was still a loss, that I felt better after a loss about a team than I did going into it. Look, there's still room for growth. You're not going to force that many turnovers every single game. You're also not going to face the same level of competition every single week. The Eagles, cool, they beat a crappy Falcons team. We've seen the Cowboys know how to stop Jalen Hurts to an extent. Washington has a backup quarterback in there now. So as weird as this sounds, I gave it the 3 stars. I do think the Cowboys should still be viewed as the betting favorites in the NFC East. I think this is still the team that is the most dangerous, the most talented, and the best overall in the division. They should be viewed as the front runners to win the division right now. And maybe not surprisingly, our friends over at BetUS have the Cowboys as the favorites to win the NFC East. They are plus 125 right now. Washington is plus 275 as well. The Eagles plus 275. So both those teams, that's been a bit of a change on that front. That's been adjusted. The Giants, meanwhile, are plus 650. So all of those things have changed as it relates in recent weeks. The Cowboys' odds are now more favorable as we sit right now entering week 2. That is a big deal for the Cowboys. And it was a loss, but that's some positive momentum for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you want to bet on America's team to win the NFC East, go do it with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code that you guys see on screen. That is Cowboys125. When you use that URL and that promo code and you put down at least $100, it's going to get you a 125% deposit bonus. Go check them out. It's BetUS, chatsports.com/bet. The promo code is Cowboys125. More rumors, concern over Greg Zuerlein. 4 stars, you're damn right. And look, Jerry Jones admitted this after week 1. Cowboys, I think, made a mistake with how they handled their kicker situation. Zuerlein, there's no way around it. He wasn't good in the first game of the season for the Dallas Cowboys. He did not play very well. He missed 2 kicks, one of which was super long, but whatever. It's that one doesn't bother me. It is the short field goal, and it is the extra point that were brutal and really cost you a better chance, not a guarantee, but a better chance of winning that particular game. Now the reveal comes out, again, from Jerry Jones. Not only did Zuerlein have off-season back surgery, he had a quad injury late in camp. The Cowboys repeatedly acted like everything was fine. Oh, our kicker's good, nothing to be concerned about there, because that's John Fossil's guy. I think the Cowboys played too loose at the kicker position, because now you got a guy on the wrong side of 30, which again, kickers last longer, but still, who hasn't been as good as he was in his prime the past couple years, coming off a down game. So what is your concern level, folks, as it relates to Greg Zuerlein? Rate this for me on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being you're not concerned at all. 10 being you're freaking out. You want him gone. Get your votes in for me in the comments section. The Cowboys themselves, folks, are not at a 1. They would not have brought back, Liam Hajrullahu, who spent 1 week with the Cowboys in the preseason and out of the practice squad, if they felt 1,000% confident in where Greg Zuerlein was at. Clearly, there are some concerns. Now, we haven't seen much of Zuerlein. He looked fine on kickoffs against the Texans in that preseason game, which, by the way, the Cowboys, Zuerlein either couldn't or would not kick it out of the end zone. Weird. And he made both his extra points, so better than Zuerlein from that perspective. Clearly, there's some concern there with the kicking situation. Frankly, the special teams unit overall was not too good in that first game. If the Cowboys make more changes at kicker, whatever they end up doing here, we will keep you guys updated on the Dallas Cowboys Report. Daily videos, that's the news. Remember, you guys got 2 videos on Monday, by the way. Tons of content for you guys to sit back, enjoy, or mourn together after losses. Hit that big red button and subscribe right now. Let's move now to Cedrick Wilson. With Michael Gallup out 3 to 5 weeks, maybe out through the bye. Is he wide receiver number 3? I'm giving this one 4 stars, and this was made pretty darn clear by Kellen Moore that this is the Cowboys' plan, at least in the short term, without Michael Gallup. That said, Wilson will take over as wide receiver number 3 for America's team. Gallup, at minimum, now that he's been placed on IR, is going to miss 3 weeks. Might be closer to the 5 weeks with the bye coming after that 5th week. Now, Wilson has shown flashes of good play, especially when he's got Dak Prescott out there with him. when he's been given opportunities. The Cowboys, however, will not just be using Ced Wilson. Now, he got the snaps, the only one to get more snaps at receiver when Gallup went down in week 1. In total, 3 catches, 24 yards, but the Cowboys just kept throwing it to Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb because, well, those receivers are much better than Cedrick Wilson. That top 2, Cooper and Lamb, is still a dynamic and deadly duo at wide receiver. Wilson can still help in that area. I feel good about this Dallas Cowboys depth at wide receiver. It's a better position for them. But as much as the Cowboys ran almost exclusively 11 personnel last year, it's not just going to be Cedrick Wilson who gets 100% of the snaps for the Cowboys. You will see more 2 tight end looks, more Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz. That's a good usage from that perspective. Tony Pollard will get more opportunities in that 20 or 21 personnel packages for the Cowboys. I think you'll still see some of Noah Brown as well. All of those things I think you'll see more of for the Cowboys. It won't just be Cedrick Wilson. He's going to get the majority, but the Cowboys will use all 4 of these guys a little bit more while Michael Gallup is out.